What I'm going to do today is play around a little bit more with my mythical inks. So I'm looking for my blue one here, blue mermaid, and I'm going to add a bit of the dragon, the mermaid, and just a little bit of this fairy, okay? And so what I think I'm going to do is first I'm going to put a bit of resin in the bottom of this, enough to cover the base. Just going to let it kind of spread out there, cover all the corners. I'm just going to try a little experiment here. Let's go ahead and back it like this. Okay, and I'm going to spray just a bit of alcohol in here, just lightly. Let that kind of help let it start stopping the bubbles from forming. Okay, and I'm going to add this little silicone cup here, holds about 100 milliliters. So I'm going to pour, let's see, I think about the whole 100 milliliters. So a little bit more. Okay, wanted to make sure I left some room in here. And my paper towel, a bit of, just had to order another carton of baby wipes, so I'm waiting for those to arrive. In the meantime, a paper towel with a bit of alcohol sprayed on it works just great. Keep everything kind of cleaned up as I go here. Okay, so here is that. I'm going to go ahead and spray that. I got a bit of bubbles in there, not much, but a little bit. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to start adding some of this. This is the fairy in the mythical ink. Come off there, lid. So I'm going to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 drops of that one. And 4 drops of mermaid. These are very small drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here is the dragon. Do 4. So I don't know if I even shook those other 2 up. Probably should, since these kind of have a shimmer to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I definitely should have shaken those up. This one you can see the green. These 2 you could not see the color. So I'm going to add a couple more drops in there since they're so small. There we go. Now you can see the color. And I'll do the same with this purple. Two, 3, 4. Really pretty. And actually, these are just kind of like a interference, really, kind of like an interference mica powder, but in an alcohol ink form. I'm going to go ahead and add this Phoenix too. This one is really pretty and glittery. Okay, there's that one. And I'm going to go ahead and stir this just a bit. Kind of combine those colors together. Pretty. I'm going to add a couple of drops of ocean alcohol ink. This is just regular alcohol ink, also made by Pixiss. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 drops of that one. And I think what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to add just a bit of white alcohol ink to this. Just going to add it to my mixture. Gosh, when it comes down off the stick, it's very translucent. I'm going to have to add a bit more. This one. I put another 4 drops in there. I don't expect this to be dark or completely opaque, but I definitely don't want it just to look clear. Okay, it has a lot of color right now because it's in such a deep container. And I had somebody ask in a different video, I kind of get carried away and I forget to say, they're like, whatever, you say you're spraying, but what are you spraying? So I'm spraying 91% alcohol, okay? Isopropyl alcohol is what I use. And that is to prevent bubbles. I mean, sometimes I spray it in the mold before, and that's to help prevent bubbles from forming. And then when I spray it in there afterward, it's to help pop the bubbles that have already formed. Just a little, you don't have to do it that way. It's just kind of something that I do. Here is my white Pinata alcohol ink. Now this color here, you can look at it. The light over here a bit so you can see. Sure, I might have the camera up a bit too high, but this is the ocean with the different mythical inks. I'm going to just put a couple drops of this in there. So it's about 4 drops in there. I'm just going to stir it together kind of a bit. Gives you kind of that oceany look. Okay. Looks a bit like this right now. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and pour it into my resin that I've got here. And I do it in kind of a circular motion. Kind of represent, I mean, it kind of looks kind of like a pool of water this way. And without mixing the white in all together, you can see how we've got some little rings going on in there. Gives it kind of some depth. Okay. And where is my bigger stick? I had one here somewhere, but oh no, that's not what I wanted to have happen. I love my new gloves, but it was a bit slippery. Okay. You know, believe it or not, when I'm not filming, I don't hardly ever make a mess, but it seems like as soon as I have the camera on, I just make messes all over the place. Oh, gosh. Okay, let me see here if I can get my skewer and kind of fix that. Okay. And then these kind of went around. Okay. I'm going to pour just a bit more alcohol in here. I'm going to pour just a little bit of clear resin in here. Now I've got one end of this is more level than the other. So I'm going to have to also move this over to my curing rack, but I don't want to overdo it this time. Just a bit to kind of fill it. There we go. Got a really pretty little center ring in there. I don't know if I want to pour anything in there or not. Gosh, it's just so pretty the way it is, honestly. Kind of excited to see what it does. I just pour a bit of these. These are just like little clear. See here? They almost kind of look like Swarovski crystals, except they're just little plastic crystals that came from Temu. might just pour a few in there. See if they'll sink down. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for this, guys. This is just kind of more experimenting with these mythical inks. And, you know, it may turn out great. It may not. I don't know. I do see I've got a few micro bubbles popping up there. I really kind of want to give it a spray, but I think I'm going to do it from way back here. Oh, you can already see that it's doing some stuff there. That's okay. Yep, that's okay. All right. So I'm going to probably bring you down off the camera stand, let you see what it's doing here, and then I will be back. Actually, let me just bring you down this way now. Can you see there? It's kind of pretty. The light down in there. So you can see here how we have the swirls of the white alcohol ink and then that ocean color. And then all of our mythicals are kind of just added in. And so we'll see what it does. I'm excited to see how this turns out. And I'll be back tomorrow to unmold it. And I will see you then. Hello, everybody. I'm back. I am ready to demold this. It's really pretty. This is kind of an aqua-ish, kind of a turquoisey color. I hope it's really picking that up here. It looks like it might be kind of blue in the camera, but it's a real kind of an oceany, aqua-y color. So let's take this out and see what we got. Our here are the sparkles that we put in. They have, looks like they've kind of sunken down, but also not really floated to the top, but you can just have just a little bit light texture there of where some of them are. And the white has kind of blended in together. You can see some of the shimmer coming in through with the mythical inks. You see the shimmer in there? You can really see it. Really pretty. There we go. That gives you a much better look at the actual color. It's not a blue. It's really an aqua. So let's take it out and see what kind of effect we got on the other side. Anything. Feels like this might still be just a little bit soft. But you know, I did add quite a bit of did add quite a bit of inks to this. So it might take it another extra few hours to cure all the way hard. It's okay. Okay. For the most part, our edges are great. So you got one big bubble here, which usually I'm pretty good about going around and taking care of those bubbles, but I didn't do that this time. So, but yeah, let's turn it over and see what we got. Gosh, it's really pretty. Our center kind of disappeared. We got kind of a quartz look to it, almost like a thunder egg look. What do you think? It's still really pretty. All the colors kind of marbled in together with the white, and yeah, it's actually really pretty. I'll probably put this up on a plate stand and bring you down so I can show it to you the right way here. And yeah, this was just kind of a simple, fun experiment. Thank you all so much for joining me. And let me know what you think of this project, or if you have any ideas of what we could try a little bit differently with it. But until then, I will see you all next time. Have a great day.